something by donkey, like even if you ship by USPS to Canada, United States Postal Service, which is about as slow as it gets, you can't ship by boat from US to Canada, okay? It's one land mass.
Yep.
So, yeah, there literally isn't a way to ship that doesn't have a tracking number other than putting a stamp on it. Okay, there is, but the point is they didn't. So they're like, yeah, there's no tracking number, but it shipped on Wednesday. They keep that story. We get in touch with AMD directly. They give us a tracking number because of course there's a tracking number. It didn't leave till Friday. So that is why we didn't get our 1800X in time. Also, we're still trying to find out where our 1700 and 1700X are. Agency claims, oh no, there's no tracking number for those shipments, but they've been shipped. But there were storms. Meanwhile, it's a little rainy outside, but that's pretty normal in the Pacific Northwest, so that's a thing.
We're pretty used to moving things.
Anyway, AMD's response to the underwhelming 1080p performance is that they are supporting 300 plus developer kits with game development studios to optimize current and future game releases for the all-new Ryzen CPU. They do have a point here. It is sort of different. They announced a strategic relationship with Bethesda, and CPU benchmarking deficits to the competition in certain games at 1080p resolution can be attributed to the development and optimization of games uniquely to Intel platforms. And again, in the defense of game developers who did all of their development on Intel platforms,
sort of makes sense.
AMD didn't have a CPU worth a rat's patoot in the last 5 years, and most gamers were gaming on Intel, so I totally get why that happened.
What if you could attribute a cost to a rat's patoot? If it was like a lab rat?
Yeah, I mean, they have a cost.
Or like if you're testing that, like does it have a rat in it?
All I know is that I wouldn't pay much for like a wheelbarrow full of them. Like one might have a cost, but I don't think anyone wants like a truckload. So it doesn't scale very well.
That's fair.
Where am I gonna put these? Like if a rat's patoot is worth 25 cents, like what? So you can take like
you want to store them?
Oh, yeah, a few thousand of them and buy like Breath of the Wild. Nintendo's gonna be like, get this out of here. It's like, yes, we have like a collecting random bull crap that you found on the ground system. It's an open world game. Like we didn't realize anyone was actually out there doing this. This stuff's not actually worth anything.
It's supposed to just be a video game.
They are coming. No, we do not want boar hides.
I don't know. It works for me. It's like one of the fourth. It's in the top 10 of highest rated games of all time.
So basically, you know what? I don't have a ton to say about this other than that, you know, AMD's got a point. With that said, I think that some of the complaints are a little bit...
If you're buying a like top tier GPU and a top tier CPU and then playing it at 1080p,
so there are situations where I get it. If you bought an Asus PG220, whatever it was, the 240 hertz, okay? So if you bought a 240 hertz 1080p gaming display, then Ryzen is not going to deliver the best possible experience. But were you expecting it to? I mean, we already knew that Ryzen's...
Yeah.
Why?
I think most people were.
Oh, well, they were wrong and dumb. Because we already knew.
I'm just saying, like, I think genuinely...
Okay. Well, some people, I already knew. I already knew that even the most optimistic estimates of Ryzen's performance had it at similar IPC problem. And I already knew, based on the most optimistic estimates of Ryzen's final clock speed, that it wasn't going to be clocked higher than a 7700K. So I already knew that it wasn't going to perform as well in single-threaded applications.
What if you want to have only a processor and screen both?
Only a processor?
I've still been really confused by that.
Okay, so I get it a bit more now. Anthony did some testing as part of our Ryzen launch coverage, where he did take a look. So, you know, depending on who you talk to at Intel, you'll find people who talk about how great quick sync video encoding is. And it and NVENC are very good. The problem is that where they don't shine is in the low bitrate encoding scenario that is needed for streaming to Twitch. That's the problem. So in order to get the best out of your 3,500 kilobits per second, which is really all that Twitch will process anyway. You can set it higher if you want, but basically you're just wasting CPU cycles.
And due to, actually you can hurt it. Because due to fluctuations, if you start sending above 4, so if you set to like 3.8 and then it fluctates to above 4, you'll just miss stuff, and it's bad.
But at that kind of bit rate for 1080 60p, which is like kind of a lot of pixels per second, you have to have the best possible source image.
You don't even really want to do 1080 60p. Just an additional note. If you want to do
I think it's like
if you want to
900,
do 60
right?
FPS, 720 is usually.
Okay. So anyway, the point still stands. You're very bitrate constrained, and the more blockiness and crappiness in your original image, the more it's going to be compounded by trying to stream it at a low bit rate out to your viewers.
He meant 1080 60 FPS. It's fine.
1080 60p is a perfectly valid way to say that, by the way.
There's just a bunch of people in there.
There's a bunch of people who don't know. Anyway, so if you wanted to stream at 1080 60p, then basically what that would mean is that you would be making a slightly worse image, even much more slightly worse. So that's why AMD is defending their use of x264 encoding, even on systems that obviously have powerful dedicated GPUs like an RX 480.
That is the correct way to do it. Yeah.
Now with that said, in our testing, we didn't observe the same like 20% dropped frames that AMD had in their demos, but I don't really understand that because I personally checked the AMD demos. I opened up, I minimized the game, I opened up OBS, I made sure they were at the same settings, so I think it's something
One thing that was noticed at the event was that the X99 boards were in dual channel memory, they only had 256 RAM.
No, they weren't.
Okay.
I checked.
I heard this, I don't know.
In fact, Intel specifically, or Intel, AMD specifically even put 32 gigs of RAM in the Intel systems so that they were using 4 8-gig sticks, and then they had 2 8-gig sticks in their own systems, so they actually had less overall memory. You know, okay, hold on a second though. I didn't double check that the 4 sticks were in the right slots now that I think about it.
But I heard specifically 2 sticks, so they must have just mixed up the systems or something.
I think that's quite possible because I did look at the Cinebench system myself, and there was at least one other one that just you know,
of course. Yeah.
and they definitely had 4 sticks in them, and they it was right on the spec sheet. They had more RAM in them, so. There's another really cool thing that came out of the AMA on the AMD subreddit, though. This is really cool. Blah, blah, blah. Why is there a huge discrepancy in gaming benchmarks? Okay, blah, blah, etc. Oh, yes, this is really cool. So I actually asked this at the event, but I didn't get an answer. And Dr. Sue did answer it in the AMA. Do Ryzen CPUs support ECC memory? And the answer is yes. That's cool. So they're low power, and they support ECC memory. For so long, Intel has held ECC, kind of dangled it in front of us and gone, oh, you want this? You want this? You want this? Buy a Xeon. Woo, buy a Xeon,
yeah,
baby. I am so happy to see consumer-grade CPUs with ECC memory support. I don't know that I would run out and build a FreeNAS machine with, you know, a Ryzen immediately after launch. I think I want to give this platform some more time to prove itself.
Yeah.
But this is going to be an absolute godsend to people who want to use ZFS on the cheap in their home NAS, because ZFS really does want ECC memory for the best operation and to reduce risk of data corruption. And right now, that means you've got to go out and buy a Xeon. And unfortunately, there's really not much in the way of cheap Xeon, because either you're buying a full-on motherboard, and Intel Xeon lineup really doesn't get. There's not like a Celeron Xeon equivalent. or you're buying like an embedded system that has a Xeon soldered on the board, and those, because they're Xeon, are just not that cheap. So this could be really cool. Cheapo ITX board with an HBA on it and a Ryzen CPU and some ECC memory. That could be a fantastic solution. So I'm pretty stoked on that. Oh yeah, sponsors. Speaking of things that I'm stoked on, Dollar Shave Club. Dollar Shave Club. Let's. No, actually, you're not supposed to do it.
Yeah.
Good job. Okay. Well, you managed to pull that off once now.
Literally once.
And now that's the new expectation.
Oh shit.
Now you have to.
I mean.
Dollar Shave Club. But and then a sponsor spot too. They're gonna watch this.
We're starting over. It's new.
Okay. Okay. Hold on. We'll do a different timestamp. Okay. Do you like the show? Subscribe below. And now a word from our sponsors. Dollar Shave Club.
Oh look, I'm clean shaven today. It's wonderful. It's the first time it's ever happened.
Dollar Shave Club is all about saving you time and saving you money, because what could be better than saving both time and money at the same time while you save money?
Wow.
They make high quality razors and they ship them straight to your door for just a few bucks a month. So you don't have to think about like, oh, is it really worth going and fighting with the guy to unlock the stupid thing, and then feeling like I'm inadequate because I don't have the, like, you know, ridiculous accessories that are all around this stuff. No. Dollar Shave Club sends you exactly what you need and only what you need. They've got everything up to their executive razor. They've got their aftershave. They've got their Dr. Carver shave butter, which goes on clear so you can actually see what you're doing, which is bueno. And even their One Wipe Charlie's peppermint scented butt wipes for men. There's no commitment, no hidden fees, and it's available in Canada, Australia, and the US. So head over to dollarshaveclub.com/Linus and join the club. They have like, actually their model is incredible. Like there's I've seen interviews with their CTO where they like talk about how many customers they have, and I was like, wow. But people love it.
Yeah.
What can I say?
It's cool. It's easy. You don't have to think about it.
Speaking of things that are cool and easy, Epiphan. We love Epiphan's video grabbers.
NASA.
Yeah, so does NASA apparently. So these guys are based in Canada. We've got. Hold it up. No, it should be fine. Actually, here. You know what? Oh wow.
We're gonna do a test.
We're gonna put
Live test.
Epiphan on the spot.
Oh, dang.
Okay, so just got the dock.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. You got all the Epiphan options.
Oh wow. Epiphan AV.io video grabbers are quoted as the simplest way to share video. And honestly, in the experience that we've had with them, that sounds fairly legitimate. But that makes sense. That's not Epiphan's fault. It's just like
I unplugged
how this whole thing works.
So here it is. It's a tiny little thing like this. HDMI in, USB 3 in. This is their AVIO 4K. They've got a bunch of different models.
I like the do not remove sticker.
Yeah, I removed it from the bench den.
Wait.
This is the bench den one. Bench den, do not remove. I took it, but I took it for you.
Yeah, I know. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I took it for you.
Yeah.
And basically, they are as plug and play as a video capture device could possibly be.
Yeah.
No driver install. You just go bloop. You plug in HDMI, you open up whatever capture software it is that you want to use, and it automatically detects the resolution, frame rate, anything else you could want, and check this out, live demo.
Oh dang. Oh man, this is exciting. They're good for sharing video in general. You can do any computer with live event production, gaming, there it is.
Boom!
I can even highlight what I'm talking about.
Boom, baby!
Lecture capture. You want to be like a super baller teacher?
Yeah, that's right. No, it's awesome. We love them. Check them out over at check them out over at epiphan.com/avio/WAN. Can't say enough good things about these guys.
So we went from like WAN show can't stay alive. Like unplug stuff and plug it back in.
That's right. That's right. And finally, Antlion Audio is sponsoring the WAN show. Now, this raises a lot of questions. Question number one: why would Antlion want to sponsor you guys when every time you feature their product, for some reason it sounds worse than when other people feature their product? So we're super incompetent apparently. Actually, I know what happened last time. So last time what happened was we were using the Mod Mic 5 on like a Sennheiser wireless mic. instead of just like recording into
That was
some.
the last one.
That was the preload that I just did. So we were using it with sort of a non-validated use case, and Pella said it was fine, and it wasn't fine, and we should have just recorded it into a computer, because the funny thing about that is that really wouldn't have been that hard.
No.
We could have just plugged it into a computer and put it on the table and recorded it and synced it up after the fact. Like, that would have been fine, but anyway, so the Mod Mic 5 is a great way to add a decent sounding mic to your existing pair of headphones. Something that is actually kind of difficult to do. Either you have to put something on your desk which can get in your way, or a lot of people use like an inline one that's on a cord, but often those don't work very well, especially when you move around. So the Mod Mic works just like a normal boom mic, except it just flips. There's a little sticker that goes on the side of your existing, probably audiophile grade headphones. That's what a lot of people use them for. And then there's a cool little magnetic thing that allows you to flip it up or put it down
Or even
as
just
needed.
take it off.
Or even just take it off outright.
One way that so the way that I use mine right now is I'm very rarely on at work. So it's just disconnected and sitting on my desk plugged into an extension cable to my computer. So if I ever do need to use it, I just flip it up.
And
I don't even need to just flip it up.
It's got a dual mic capsule for recording flexibility, a cable wrap to protect your wires, and includes the Antlion Mute module. So you can buy it now for $70 US over at Antlion Audio's website. And, oh, cool, you can enter our giveaway, which will be linked in the video description. Oh yeah, or linked in the Twitch chat. You got it? Okay. Or linked in the Twitch chat to win one of 3 Mod Mic 5s or a Hi-Fi Man Edition S and Mod Mic 5 combo. Cool. All right. More topics. Wow, every topic we've done has actually been like pretty deep. So if you feel like this is the best WAN show of your life, you can tweet at James_Gravity, who pledges to 100% reply to every single tweet. Wow.
Okay, please.
His whole life is full of regret, starting now.
Someone should. Okay.
We're not encouraging people to use
not.
No.
Someone should not definitely make a bot.
No! I knew you were gonna. Don't do that.
I said not. Someone should not.
Don't do that.
Make a bot.
Don't do that. James is a good person, we hope.
That would pull from like an IntelliMesh set.
Don't do
tweets
that. Intel
using,
responds.
Machine learning.
Intel
They're
responds
all unique,
to Ryzen
so you have no idea.
by cutting prices on Core i5 and Core i7 processors. Wait a minute. How old is this article? February 26th? No, wait, did that ever even happen? Is this from Micro Center? I think this is just, oh wait, on Amazon. Hold on. Oh, okay, hold on. Just a gosh darn minute here. Okay. Yeah, that might just be Micro Center doing things. Hold on. I'm doing real-time investigative journalism, where I see if prices have been dropped. They have not. This is the price of a 7700K. Ignore that, and I will go yell at you.
Wow. You should all tweet him with your totally not bots. That he didn't do that right.
Word on the street, the original article here is from Hot Hardware. The NVIDIA GTX 1080 Ti reportedly in production for a March launch. Reportedly.
It's coming out next week. We know that already.
Wait a minute. When is this article from? This is from the 20th of February. James? Okay. Okay, James. You guys, you know what? I'm not going to talk to him. You guys talk to him for me, okay?
Yeah.
You guys talk to him. Okay, this is actually new. Mike Pence's email hacked. So the original article from BBC, Mike Pence was apparently storing like public, like government-related stuff on a private email server.
Why is this so common?
Go now?
And yeah, so he used a private email as the Indiana governor to conduct state business. Now, with that said, we have to also be careful not to blow this out of proportion. because my understanding is that that isn't illegal there. Now, I mean, should that be okay? No. And
apparently he knew all this while attacking employees and malpractices, which is sort of hilarious.
yes,
Many of Pence's email contacts received emails saying Mr. Pence and his wife had become stranded in the Philippines so urgently needs not. So this wasn't like a vigilante, like, they were just trying to make money.
yeah. So that's a thing. So, you know, I'm shocked. I mean, something hypocritical about the Trump administration and its remember? No.
I'm not even talking.
Don't believe it. Google's Google Assistant AI now available for all modern Android handsets, which is an interesting way of putting that, because an Android handset can be pretty darn modern, but not have Android M or N.
Yeah,
so there's that.
You can try to figure out how to make it actually answer in a conversational tone like I do. It's a little difficult.
Yeah.
And the frustrating part is when it decides to end the conversation by just giving you a Google search link, and you're like, well, gotta start from the beginning again. It's a really good way for that to work.
Voice interaction is like so bad. Like it's one of those things where like this is a big deal because this was a pixel feature that for some reason some people cared about, and now it's
I thought
rolling out wider.
It's going to be super cool. I'm very excited for private voice-activated AI. I'm not very excited for cloud.
Yeah.
Someone will make it eventually.
Yeah, that's
way far out. Someone will make it eventually. The current setups for voice-activated AI is scary and sketchy. And once, like, way down the line, someone makes it private, I will set that up.
Alright, so anyway, the timing of this is interesting. Samsung is rumored to be launching its Bixby Assistant on the Galaxy S8, which will probably also be terrible. And by the time that launches, Google Assistant should also be available on the Galaxy S8. So it'll be you know, game on between the two
How do you
features that
install
don't
Assistant?
matter.
Just update Google Play services. So sounds like you're getting it, whether you really want it or not.
Cool.
Nice.
All right.
Fantastic. Open.
CBC claims that Subway chicken is only 50% chicken. Subway defends its chicken after a CBC Marketplace report, calling the story false and misleading. But CBC stands behind the DNA test result. So they found it was 50% soy. However, food scientists have chimed in saying DNA tests aren't their preferred method of testing. Subsequent tests by third parties and Subway itself indicate the chicken is less than 1% soy. Apparently that is present due to added spices and marinade. So there you go. Now you know.
More lots of soy.
Ars Technica reports, and good, this was only yesterday, good job games, how game mode will make games run better on Windows. Plus details on strict limitations for UWP apps running on the Xbox One. So in a nutshell, game mode will apparently isolate CPU resources to be devoted exclusively to that game process. Now that's not something that I would expect to affect average frame rates much, but it's something that I might expect, especially on systems that are only marginally able to run a game, something that I might expect to affect, like, hiccups. So, you know, okay, this isn't something that I've experienced since, like, the Athlon XP era. Oh, maybe at that point. Okay, it's not something I've experienced since, like, the Athlon X2 era, but there would have been times in the past where getting an instant message and having something pop up from your taskbar or from your system tray would have caused a game stutter. Yeah, it was a long time ago, but theoretically, this could help prevent
Now people run like
such dips.
video wallpapers. It's like really common now. Wallpaper engine. It's like a software you can buy on Steam. Remember, like a long time ago, when
Yeah, and Windows Vista Ultimate had that as a feature too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now it's like there's a program on Steam called, I think it's Wallpaper. Unfortunately, most of them are just like weird, mostly nude, drawn, animated girls. But there's a search box. So I found like a really cool Titanfall helmet when it's doing like the blinking thing after the credits, and there's Assassin's Creed flag because I haven't finished it.
Wow, that was a really cool story.
Wonderful.
The system moves threads devoted to other processes
The
off.
Twitch chat's like, unfortunately, you can choose whatever you want. I won't judge.
The system gives an even greater majority of GPU cycles to the active game, reducing the time available for what is everything else? What else is using the GPU? Like, what are you rendering crap in Adobe Media Encoder with Mercury Engine like in the background? I mean, if you're doing that, you deserve to have a crappy gaming experience.
Yeah.
Alright.
The Switch launch is going really well. Apparently they're going to be shipping 2 million by the end of the month. I don't think that's how many are sold, because a lot of sites are just not taking purchases. Like you can't even like pre-purchase one when they're available almost anywhere because no one knows how much stock they're getting. But as they're like
Such a big company with so
yeah. As they've already shipped 2 million units, and the Wii U only ever shipped so far 13.5, 6 around there.
Wow.
They're doing pretty good.
Fascinating. Alright. What else we got here? We've got some other interesting topics, I think.
We're nearing the end.
Are we? Yeah,
We started mostly.
Oh yeah, PSVR has sold almost 1 million units, which is estimated to be nearly twice that of the Rift and the Vive combined.
So many people for so long have been telling me that in my VR script where I talked about how the cost of everything combined is really expensive. No, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You're getting into a realm of expense, which is just too much for so many people. It doesn't matter that like
It's really good.
yeah.
It's like car people. You know what? Car people I find are some of the worst about this. Where they'll be like, but a BMW rides so much better. And I'll be like, wow, who cares? I mean, maybe BMW is a bad example because some of their lower end stuff is actually somewhat attainable. So what would I compare it to?
Like we know someone who's relatively young that
Yeah, that's true. Okay, BMW is a bad example. How do I, okay, see, as not a car person, it's hard for me to even remember the obnoxious car people things that, okay, when rear cameras first showed up, and people would be like, but this is so much better. And I'd be like, right, but that's only even available on trim levels that cost double what the base model does. That's more what I'm going for.
yeah.
Like, I remember in high school, one of my friends, his mom had an SUV. So remember, this is back in like 2003. Had an SUV.
She had a backup camera back then.
She had GPS. So she had GPS.
That was like built in?
That was built in.
Ooh.
And she had windshield wipers that detected whether there was rain on the windshield or not.
Damn.
And only went if there was like
2003.
too much rain. Like back in 03. And he's like telling me how great his mom's car is. And I'm like, cool. Like it doesn't matter how much better it is because
I can do this or this when my windshield wipers on.
yeah, I don't have, 120, 130 grand to spend on an SUV.
God.
I don't have that.
That
So
hurts me physically.
it doesn't matter how much better it is. So that's more the point I was trying to make.
Yeah.
Okay, so the reason why I don't own any cloud-connected kids' toys. So this was actually, I saw this on a tweet from Troy Hunt here. Data from connected Cloud Pets teddy bears leaked and ransomed, exposing kids' voice messages.
That's
Conversations between the child and others can be recorded and forwarded. Dun, dun, dun. Looks like a very cute toy and all that, but
oh my god.
my kids do not own anything connected to the internet. And they won't until they're old enough to understand what it means. to have something connected to the internet.
Messages were stored in a Mongo database that was in a publicly facing network segment without any authentication required. It had been indexed by Shodan.
Wow. Over 820,000 users data over 820,000 users had data exposed. 2.2 million voice recordings of parents and their children. Wow. Fantastic. Okay, apparently this is probably the Samsung Galaxy S8. I haven't actually looked at this yet. Apparently it might have a current screen. And, wow, no buttons. Oh, wow, that's a shame. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. Did you know that the G6 has it has a wider than usual aspect ratio?
No.
Does this kind of look like it also does? It sort of does. I really hope
that looks like a Wonko.
Yeah, okay. I really hope that doesn't turn into a thing. I plan to kind of crap on that in my G6 review, which will be coming. Because we finally achieved it. Video content and screens being the same shape. Like, we waited so long for this, for everyone to just kind of get their act together. First on computers, we had 4x3 screens. Then we had 5x4 screens for some frickin' reason. Why? Anyway, so we got that. Then we got 16 by 10. Okay, so we were getting close.
I like that.
I liked 16 by 10 too, because the black bars were reasonable, but I also see why people might prefer to, especially as screens got bigger, to give up a little bit of their relative, vertical space.
I would still like it.
For no black bars.
I get it. I would still personally like it 60 by 10, but
okay. So we got that far. Then the only aspect ratio we really got on monitors, and I'm excluding things like the Surface Studio or the Surface Pro, like tablets,
Surfaces,
all in ones. Yeah, basically Surfaces. Okay, so other than Surfaces, monitors, we stuck with that, or recently introduced ultra wide. So 21 by 9, which happens to be very similar to theatrical widescreen.
yeah.
So there we go. TVs.
And it's drastically different.
TVs, monitors, and then Apple finally did it with the iPhone 6. So TVs, monitors, and mobile devices, other than tablets, all went 16 by 9. And everything was bueno, and nobody had black bars. We don't need to move away from that. Yes, it's fine. There's no compelling reason that I can think of to change it. Sony! This is actually... They've used the world's fastest SD cards. Up to around 300 megabytes. Wow, Nantech has those now. Dang it, Dr. Cuttress. Write speeds of 299 megabytes per second. How sad
they couldn't
was
get
the engineer
one more
who couldn't squeeze one more megabyte per second out of it?
Poor guy.
How sad was he or she? So there you go, up to 128 gigabyte capacities, and as long as the reader is UHS-2 compliant, they are able to handle almost 300 megabytes per second reads and writes. This is getting up to around SATA 2, like saturating SATA 2 speeds. That is fantastic. They're not saying how they're getting that in an SD card, only saying that it is enabled by firmware. It's like, okay. But the cards are also waterproof, shockproof, temperature resistant, and X-ray proof. Cool. They're announcing a card reader specifically built for them with built-in super speed USB 3.1 Gen 1 that should leave standard SD slots in the dust. What time is it? Oh, wow. We should talk about Full Plane Club. Hooray!
Do the thing.
Do you have anything exciting to share with anybody? I'm putting you on the spot a little bit.
The website version has a password reset that works.
Okay, that's exciting. I mean, the website version that definitely doesn't exist. I mean, we could share that, I guess, now that we've spoken about it.
No.
No? Oh. No, not to show it to them. No, just that that there will be one.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Because I actually had some people asking in the Floatplane Club, like private
I
subforum.
haven't been like announcing it.
Okay. So we've had people asking, will Floatplane Club always be, and here's what it looks like now. So this is Floatplane Club. Will it always be a janky subforum on the Linus Tech Tips website?
No.
Definitely not. Development is very actively happening. Luke is working on it.
X. Slightly under now, 3 months.
Ah, okay. And possibly, allegedly, we might have also someone else working on it. That person's currently on probation, but that's just like BC law. That's not because like we hate them.
That's just sort of how that works.
That's just kind of how it works.
Yeah.
But this is definitely a real development project. It's definitely happening. And the way that you sign up is you go to the store on the Linus Tech Tips forum. So I'll show you guys what that looks like. And then you go to Floatplane Club. Actually, all the other contributor tiers also have access to Floatplane Club, but for now they don't actually have a ton of benefit beyond that.
You get a fancy badge and access to the tier exclusive subforum.
Yeah, you
the
do.
only one of which that matters is the bronze one, because we have a counting thread in there, and we count by images. So the image that you post has to have the number in it.
I contributed a thing there.
Yeah.
It was really funny. I forget what it was, but I thought it was really funny.
I think I saw it, and I think I enjoyed it. A lot of them are good. It seems like people genuinely like take time to find them.
Yeah.
We're at like almost, I think we're at like 850-ish or something.
So basically you sign up in the store, and you can see up here, there you go, there's a Floatplane Club link. It goes in there, and then you get access to a week's worth of content, and there's other stuff that we have planned for it as well. So what we already have working is there's a week's worth of releases that are not on YouTube yet, and then what we also have working is that the bit rates are higher at a given resolution. So it looks better, and for a lot of people, more importantly, actually sounds better, so we don't compress the audio very much at all. Let's see, so what do we have on here that is not on YouTube yet? Server room update vlog is there.
We can maybe explain that.
Yeah, so, a lot of people have asked us, like, what's the deal with sometimes the early access platform having stuff important to YouTube? And what happens sometimes is when we do a simultaneous release, in order to not screw up our calendar planning, because we won't launch 2 videos in a day on YouTube. That's not going to happen. What happens is it causes the first video to like get buried. Yeah.
So like this week with like Ryzen, 1080 Ti, Nintendo Switch, which I believe is coming out tomorrow night.
Tomorrow, like midday. Yeah.
Okay.
Tomorrow,
Yeah.
like midday.
Yeah.
Or maybe slightly earlier. I might start one more show a little bit earlier. But basically, what happens is that if we do a simultaneous release, YouTube already got a video that day, so that one actually gets pushed down an entire additional week, because on a normal week we would only do maybe 1 or maybe 2 simultaneous releases, so we can't just like bump it to the next day, because then it screws up, like that one, it screws up everything until we can reset it the following week. So that's the way that works. So anyway, what's on there now is the server room update vlog part 3 finale. Luke's not-so-secret obsession, Analog NT Mini.
Yes.
We've got Windows 9, the OS Microsoft won't tell you about. We've got one about EVGA's new thermal solution for their cards, where they believe, and it actually looks pretty good, that they've solved card overheating problems once and for all. We've got a rundown of every AMD Radeon card tested. Look at that thumbnail. Look at how his mouth is open. Look at how we blew up the size of all the video cards.
Didn't you just hold them closer?
No.
Oh, okay.
So I held them out like that. I really did, but they would only be like this big. Like think about how big a video card is
really
relative to my hand.
job.
Yeah, looks pretty good. I think I did it.
Nice.
And then check this out. So it's AMD video cards through the ages. So there's a clock and a dinosaur. It's really subtle though. We're still working on this whole
We
thumbnail.
take time with our cooking.
Yeah, that's right. So there you go. That's how it works. It's a video player, just like you would expect a video player to be. We've even got cool features like, check this out. See, we have thumbnail preview, so you can skip to the part of the video where, check this out, it's amazing.
What death means.
Part on the left, photoshopped in.
What?
Photoshop? But we didn't have one. Even the shadow is fake, so I think he like pulled chunks of this shadow and like put it over there, and then
Good job.
yeah, it's like just I don't even know if this is a photograph. I think this is like a render off of AMD's like press kit.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
The press kit?
Yeah.
The 2900 XT?
Yeah.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah. So anyway, got lots of videos over there, and we've got lots and lots of plans for this in the future. It's going to be a pretty freaking unbelievable platform, we hope. But there's a lot of work to be done, and we're not even answering questions about when it'll launch. What is really cool is, you want to talk about how we added more capacity? Oh, okay. Okay, we didn't.
Don't even want to. There's a website coming. We're working on it a lot.
There's website coming. We're working on it a lot. There's some serious infrastructure involved in serving the number of people that we're serving on Pro Playing Club, which what I'll say is that it's probably more than you think. That's all I can really say. In fact, I pretty much guarantee it is more people than you think, and there's been some challenges, but I think I demonstrated the responsiveness of the player. There's still like that weird glitchiness when we change resolutions, like it goes back to the thumbnail for a second, but then like it's pretty fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're really excited about it. Team's been working really hard.
Thank you. You know who you are.
Yeah. Do you know who you are?
No. Existential question.
I don't even know who you are. Get! How did you get in here? Get out of here! Thanks for watching the WAN Show, guys. We'll see you again next week. Same bad time, same bad channel.
Success. A group of crew members has reached the transport. Locating more survivors.
Look more from
down. Heal them. Lost one. Keep crew members alive. Lose too many, and I'll be forced to abort the mission. Another crew member has been killed. We lost one.
seek life everywhere.
Success. A group of crew members has reached the transport.
I will What you did here today, Tenno.
Scanning for more survivors. You're under rescue. Keep it up. Scanning for additional crew. A group of survivors has escaped.
I will never stop hunting you.
If I may say, Operator, your chosen warframe suits you. Ha, ha.
The scattered survivors of this infestation have barricaded themselves in safe areas throughout this galleon. Escort the crew to the waiting escape ship. Don't be alarmed by the crew. They're Grineer defectors, rescued by Steel Meridian, but too broken to join their ranks. Instead, they've banded together in search of a more peaceful life. They call themselves Kabor. I've located the first group of survivors. Find them and escort them to the waiting transport. The galleon's atmosphere has become toxic. It will kill the crew members within minutes. Their only hope is the med boosters, but you must keep them powered. The survivors will never reach the transport without them. You may use this console to send a signal that you want the survivors to hurry.
That helps. Look more run to go.
More Sikat coming.
Sentry gun incoming.
Let the survivors know you're ready to keep moving. Crew member rescued. Keep it up. Locating more survivors. Survivors have just reached the safety of our transport. Keep them coming.
Ram, investment Sikat.
Tell the survivors when you're ready to move on. There's another group of survivors looking for an escort. Success. A group of crew members has reached the transport. The infestation is growing more aggressive with each passing minute. Head to extraction when you can no longer guarantee the crew's safety.
Help me! We're near! Keep pushing!
Coming!
Sikat coming. Keep pushing!
For more survivors. A group of survivors has escaped.
Even the Tenno cannot save you.
Grineer Manic. He's here to kill the defectors. Take him out.
Seek her everywhere.
No? Okay, go! Keep pushing!
I found a new group of survivors. A group of survivors has escaped.
I will never stop hunting you.
Scanning for additional crew. Survivor evacuated.
I need time to go. Go with you, okay? We go with you, but we cannot fight like before.
A survivor has safely reached the ship.
Your betrayal breathes fire into my soul. I will find you, Cavil.
Scanning for additional crew. Success. A group of crew members has reached the transport.
Too loud, too many noise. Tenno, show me the way.
Time for your judgment.
Grenier Bannock. He's here to kill the defectors. Take him out.
Go with you? Okay.
Survivors have just reached the safety of our transport. Keep them coming. Locating more survivors.
Thanks, Tenno.
Survivors. Success. A group of crew members has reached the transport. Scanning for more survivors. A group of survivors has escaped. here to kill the defectors. Take him out. Heal that crew member before they die. Survivors have just reached the safety of our transport. Keep them coming. Scanning for additional crew. Survivors have just reached the safety of our transport. Keep them coming. Locating more survivors. Success. A group of crew members has reached the transport.
Not even the Tenno will keep you safe.
Ram, infested Sakat.
That's better.
More Sakat coming.
Let them move.
Locating more survivors. A group of survivors has escaped. A survivor has safely reached the ship.
going to make it.
Success. A group of crew members has reached the transport. Scanning for additional crew. A group of survivors has escaped. Scanning for more survivors. Crew member rescued. Keep it up.
Ram, infested.
I can do it. We go with you. We cannot fight like before.
Survivors have just reached the safety of our transport. Keep them coming. Scanning for more survivors. Success. A group of crew members has reached the transport. More survivors. Survivor evacuated. Here to kill the defectors. Take them out.
Keep pushing!
Scanning for additional crew. A group of survivors has escaped.
More sick cats coming. Okay.
Scanning for more survivors. Survivors have just reached the safety of our transport. Keep them coming. He's here to kill the defectors. Take him out. just reached the safety of our transport. Keep them coming.
I will remember what you did here today, Tenno.
A group of survivors has escaped.
I will remember what you did here today, Tenno.
Scanning for additional crew. Crew member rescued. Keep it up. Success. A group of crew members has reached the transport.
Your betrayal breathes fire into my soul. I will find you, Cavil.
Scanning for additional crew. Survivor evacuated.
Go with you. Okay. More Sikat coming.
Even the Tenno cannot save you.
Grineer Manic. He's here to kill the defectors. Take him out. Scanning for more survivors. Success. A group of crew members has reached the transport. Located. survivors. Survivors. Survivors have just reached the safety of our transport. Keep them coming.
I will never stop hunting you.
We've lost one. Keep crew members alive. Lose too many, and I'll be forced to abort the mission. Locating more survivors.
Thanks, Tenno.
Traitors!
Grenier Manic. He's here to kill the defectors. Take him out.
Look! More Ramsikat!
Go now?
additional crew. A group of survivors has escaped.
Thanks, Tenno. Tenno, show me the way.
Has safely reached the ship. Success. A group of crew members has reached the transport.
Not even the Tenno will keep you safe.
Scanning for additional crew. A survivor has safely reached the ship.
Your betrayal breathes fire into my soul. I will find you, Careful.
Locating more survivors. A group of survivors has escaped.
Everywhere!
Go with you? Okay.
Time for your judgment.
Grenier Manic. He's here to kill the defectors. Take him out.
Let us move!
Crew member killed. Protect the remaining survivors. Survivors have just reached the safety of our transport. Keep them coming.
I will never stop hunting you.
This med booster is out of power. Survivor evacuated.
I will remember what you did here today, Tenno.
Away! From me! Keep pushing!
The Sakat!
Locating more survivors. Crew member rescued. Keep it up.
Not even the Tenno will keep you safe.
Scanning for more survivors. Success. A group of crew members has reached the transport.
Your betrayal breathes fire into my soul. I will find you, Captain. Time for your judgment.
Manic. He's here to kill the defectors. Take him out. We lost one. Scanning for additional crew.
Rux found us!
Okay. The Sakat!
additional crew. A group of survivors has escaped.
Everywhere!
Go with you? Okay.
Survivors have just reached the safety of our transport. Keep them coming.
I will never stop hunting you.
Locating more survivors. Success. A group of crew members has reached the transport.
Not even the Tenno will keep you safe.
Operator, messages have arrived in your inbox.